I'm sitting at the back of my car and I have this beautiful girl right next to me. I'm literally sitting there silently, all in my head, thinking what I'm about to say. Imagine you're literally sitting to a beautiful girl that you've just recently been speaking to, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I want her number. Oh, how am I gonna get her number? Oh, I can say this and this. I'm all in my head. I literally look like a weirdo, literally sitting there tense, looking out the window, pretending I'm not thinking about her while she's on her phone. And as there is literally 5 minutes till I get to my house. 5 minutes. So this was the time. This was my only shot. It was now or never. So I shoot my shot and I tell her, "Can I have your phone number so we can keep in contact?" And surprisingly, she didn't look at me weird as I expected for her to do. She instead looked at me and she said, "Sure," in a friendly way. And I was very, very surprised. I was like, "Whoa, there's no way. I've never felt like this in my life. I've always been looked at weird because I always look like a little submissive little boy all the time in front of girls. I feel tense, but this time this girl actually accepted me, and I looked confident. After I got back home, I was all excited. I was celebrating. I was like, literally, for 1 hour, I was thinking, what am I gonna text her? I was so excited. I was so happy. I felt so confident, and there were almost a few things that I implemented over the months and years, and even there and then, that I was able to actually get get this girl's number, even though I said it even in a pussy way, but like I said it in a confident way. It's kind of like hard to explain, but I said it confidently, and you gotta understand the way you speak as a man, the way you present yourself as a man. You present yourself so much better when you are like confident, when you stand for what you say. And yeah, you might be listening to this advice and you're like, yeah, who is this guy? But like, bro, if I was sitting all the time like giving you like this, you can like tell the difference from what I'm saying. I'm standing tall, I'm standing decently, I'm faking the deep voice, not really, but like that's how I speak. But it would be so much worse if I spoke to you in this pussy way where I'll be like looking around, not holding eye contact. So I'm gonna stop talking and actually give you this. I'm gonna not waste your time, and I'm actually gonna give you the most valuable things I've learned over the years, over the months. So something that I've tried very recently is affirmations, and they've helped a lot. They've been powerful as fuck. So affirmations are basically where you tell yourself something. So in this case, you will tell yourself, okay, I'm confident. I am confident. I'm confident. I'm confident in your head. So literally do this with me right now. This is gonna sound like really, really like woo woo BS, like this is like some magical thing. But just trust me while I'm saying this, and just stick with me, okay? So in your head right now, tell yourself, I'm confident, I'm confident, I'm confident. You're gonna get some random limiting beliefs that you're not confident. You're gonna think to yourself, oh, but what about that thing I did 5 years ago? What about this and that? That's how you're naturally gonna feel. Your brain is gonna think of the negatives, but just tell yourself, I'm confident, I'm confident, I'm confident. But here's where the power comes in, because when I was recently learning about affirmations, most guys just told me to, oh yeah, tell yourself you're confident, you're strong, you're masculine. Just say that in your own head. But what I really found myself out was that when you literally tell yourself that you are confident, and a little reason why, that is how this message in your brain becomes really, really powerful. So just stick with me right now. So think to yourself, what is something that you did this week or this month or this year that has made you feel a little bit confident, or that made you feel more confident than you actually were? So just literally imagine. You're probably gonna think your brain is probably just gonna generate like negative things about like when you weren't confident, but really dig. There's definitely something you can think about that you showed yourself as more confident. Maybe you decided to speak to a guy more loudly. You presented yourself. You didn't let yourself be pushed around by the guy. Whatever it might be. There's millions of things you can think about. But really, okay. So think to yourself, I am confident, and give yourself a little reason why. This is what really pushes this message to be digged into your brain. So I can think of myself, I am confident because today I spoke to a girl without being distracted, I guess. I can say that to myself, literally. It doesn't even have to be complicated. It has to be literally just simple. For example, I am confident because I spoke to a girl today. That's it. I didn't even speak to her like I cold approached her, or I said something romantic, something like Rizzy, nothing. All I said was actually just speaking to her like a normal human being. That's that. That's it. It literally has to be as simple as that. Literally tell yourself, I'm confident, I'm confident. I'm confident because I can speak to girls like a normal human being. I'm confident because I did X. That's the power of affirmations. That's what I realized are really, really powerful. So this is gonna sound a little bit woo-woo BS. If I was telling this to my younger self, we'd probably think like, okay, this guy's a little bit weird. But really just try this out to yourself. I'm thinking of like an analogy of how this works. It's almost like you have like a little brick, right? And every single affirmation, let's say you have like a little barrier, right? Like a metal plate. And here is like here's like your full confidence. So once you get past this wall, you become like the most confident man in the entire world right here. But like an affirmation is like little a peck to this wall that like digs a little bit out. You can almost imagine like when you peck the steel, like little bits are gonna come off, right? And that is like your confident boost. So this is almost like an actionable step you can do. Is like just say to yourself, I'm confident because of X, and that's like an instant like 10% boost to your confidence you can do whenever you want. And you don't even have to do it with, this is something really powerful, that it isn't just about confidence. Literally you can speak about discipline, about working better than 99% of people. That's it. You could literally say to yourself, I am more confident than 90%, than 99% of men. Even if you're not. Even if you're like some little shy guy, some tense little boy that can't speak to girls. It doesn't matter. If you believe it, you become it. That sounds so like cringy, like Instagram quotes, but it's true. If it's worked for me, if I'm able to speak to girls now with speak to them normally rather than, let me tell you a story. Because once, I remember in geography class, we got this new seating plan, and I was sitting next to my crush, and I was so excited. I was like, oh, I finally get to sit to my crush. I'm never going to do this. I'm going to speak to her. I was thinking in my mind, okay, I'm going to speak to her because I've been learning some self-improvement advice. I know, don't reply to her messages. Okay, I'm not going to do that. So I sit down, and 30 minutes into the class, I decide to speak to her. I'm almost sweating. I'm like all there, overthinking throughout the whole class. I wasn't even focusing on the teacher. I was like focusing on this girl, and I was just thinking. And guess what my brain came up with? I literally said to her, "Why do you have that pencil case?" That is what I came up with after 30 minutes of deep thinking. I could have talked to her like a normal human being, like, "Did you do the homework last night?" Like, yeah, that might not be like the most exciting thing, but at least I'm talking to her like a normal human being. But then I decided to say, why do you have that pencil case? So just tell yourself you're confident, and you're gonna actually become it. Because now that I've tried to implement it, I've actually realized that I've implemented some advice more easier. Like I've been finding myself more disciplined, more confident just by telling this in my own head, because I believe it, and then you naturally become what you believe. Because you already know the saying that if you believe you're gonna lose, if you believe you're weak, if you believe you're not gonna succeed in life, then you're not. If you believe you will, if you believe you're strong, if you believe you're disciplined, even if you're not, this is the power of affirmations. Even if you're not disciplined, powerful, making 10K a month, even if you're not that, if you believe you are, you actually naturally become like that, because you must make the decision based on this new like identity for yourself. And this is the next point that I came up with, is make a new identity for yourself. This is very, very powerful, and I've tried it very recently, where literally you create a new identity for yourself, because you probably found self-improvement and you've been improving your life by these little tactics. But you want to know the real powerful, like, big thing that's literally gonna drive your self-improvement like out the window. Like, it's literally just gonna be creating a new identity for yourself, where you literally tell yourself, I am no longer this old person that plays video games, faps, watches Netflix shows, but I'm this new person who's disciplined, takes cold showers, eats clean. Even if you're not. This is the power of even affirmations and new identities, is where you're not yet here, but you believe you're here, so you make the correct choices together. So let me give you a really, really good analogy or example. Let's say we have two fat guys, right? We have one fat guy that, actually only one fat guy. Let's say you have one fat guy, and he believes he's he's fat, he's ugly, the gym is not made for him. When he tries to work out, he doesn't feel correct. He feels so fat. Like, you can almost imagine, like, imagine if you were fat. Like, I know, bro, if you're fat, then I'm sorry, bro, but like, if you're fat, I can almost imagine, like, more, like, if you're not really that fat, then you can almost imagine, like, if you were fat, like, if you were like 10 kg more, you would feel the weight, the gym would be made for you, eating clean would not be it. Like, that is what a fat, like, imagine one fat guy thinks that, and because of that, he naturally just goes back to the norm. He naturally eats junk food, he naturally drinks cola, drinks random bullshit tea drinks, because he believes he's that person. He believes the gym's not made for him. He believes he's not healthy. He believes he doesn't eat clean. Now compare that to the guy, this new guy who, let's say his New Year's resolution is to become healthy by 2025, and he tells himself, okay, well, 2023 is gone, but now I'm gonna be smart about this, and I'm gonna believe to myself, okay, I am gonna be disciplined. I am gonna eat healthy. I am healthy. I am this new person. I am no longer fat. I am a healthy athlete. I'm a healthy athlete. I'm a healthy athlete. The gym is made for me. Even if I'm not, even if I don't look like it is, it's made for me. It's made for me. It's made for me. When he believes that, he's naturally gonna fall under the norm. This is the power, where you fall under the norm, because when he eats junk food, he's no longer gonna feel like, he's no longer gonna feel like this is normal for him to eat junk food. When he said to himself, he's healthy, I'm healthy, then naturally he's just gonna he's naturally gonna be, why am I eating this junk food? And he's slowly gonna start to change. This is the power of identity switching. So, as like a way you can do it is just tell yourself you are more confident, you are more strong, you're more masculine, you're bigger, you're already in, like, almost, you probably have like a visualization of like the point where you want to be, where you're making 10k a month, or where you're making like 3k a month, where you're confident, when you have a girlfriend, when you have a car, whatever. Visualize that, but imagine you already have it. Imagine the decisions you make if you already had everything. Imagine you are already that person. That is what I want. Imagine you're like more disciplined, more confident, more businessly smart than you actually are right now. That is very powerful. That is what literally times 2 your self-improvement progress. And let me actually show you that I'm not like bullshitting when I'm saying like I've implemented this shit, because bro, I literally have a poster. Yeah, here it is. Keep updating your beliefs about yourself. This is what's gonna skyrocket your success. I spelled that wrong, but look, for example, I literally have a graph. Belief, and your progress is increasing. Bro, if I have posters on this on my wall, then I really do want you to take this advice, because this advice is very, very powerful, and you can literally create a new identity for yourself. So, one last thing about this video is, I want you to create a new identity for yourself. I want you to stop seeing yourself as this like video gamer, as this guy who doesn't go to the gym, as this guy who faps, as this very powerful new fap as well, where you believe you're not even a fapper, where you believe, let me give you a really good analogy, because if you believe, let's say we have one guy who's trying to quit drinking, he tells himself, whenever he gets handed a drink, he says to himself, sorry, I'm trying to quit drinking. But he believes he has a drinking problem. But let's say you have the second guy who gets offered a drink, but instead of saying, I'm trying to quit drinking, he says, I don't drink anymore. Who's gonna succeed? This guy who says, I'm trying to quit drinking, or I don't drink? Obviously this guy, right? Because he believes he's not drinking. He doesn't believe he has a problem. So naturally, he's just gonna fall under the norm. So whenever he does drink, he's gonna feel worse. So create a new identity for yourself. Start seeing yourself more advanced than you actually are right now. And I'm telling you, this is going to give you the biggest, most confidence boost. Not even just confidence boost. This is going to give you the best boost for everything in your self-improvement. Like literally from the poster I showed you, it literally says, keep updating your beliefs about yourself. This was going to skyrocket your success. Not even just like confidence or discipline. Literally your whole life. Imagine if you believe you are this millionaire, this, literally believe to yourself, literally, okay, imagine this. Imagine you are a millionaire, a smart guy. believe you're a smart guy. For example, I can say to myself, okay, I'm smart, I'm smart, I'm smart. I'm smart because I think I gave a good analogy in this video. Bro, it might not have been a good analogy, but literally just give yourself a tiny reason with affirmations. This is the power with affirmations, because you can push this new identity onto yourself when you give yourself affirmation. So I'm saying, okay, I'm smart, I'm smart, I'm smart. Then I'm naturally gonna make more smart choices, right? Because I believe I'm this new person. This really comes back to like the drinking example I showed you about the guy who's trying to quit drinking and the guy who's trying to the guy who says he doesn't drink. This could literally be implemented to NoFap, to your discipline, to your business, to literally everything into your life. Keep updating your beliefs about yourself. Never like stay in one area. You always want to believe you're ahead of what you are already now. For example, I believe I'm a really good speaker. I believe I am a good reader. I believe I am a good scripter, anything. That's what I believe. I believe I'm a good speaker. And naturally, when I believe I'm a good speaker, I'm naturally going to speak good on camera. Because imagine if I believe to myself that, oh, I'm not good at speaking on camera, my advice might not work, and there's already other big self-improvement creators. BS. Like, I could literally, yeah, obviously I might not be the best speaker, but if I believe it to myself, then I'm naturally just going to speak better. I'm naturally gonna be able to actually produce content. Because imagine if I believed, oh, but I can't because guys are not gonna listen to me and this and that. Then I won't produce content. I won't even improve my speaking skills, and I'm not even learning. I'm just flat. That's why you always have to keep updating your beliefs. When you update your beliefs, you just skyrocket your self-improvement. So those are two very good tips, and I really hope you implement them, because they've probably been the two most powerful tips that I've implemented, not just in confidence, but in business and just overall in general in life.